Hello and welcome everybody. So I like the way it hits me, or I don't like the way it hits me. A little bit of video today about, daily life and experiences, a little bit of psychology. So, let's say you're out shopping for clothes and, you pick up this shirt and you're like, oh, I like this shirt. It reminds me, of my high school friend, a good friend in high school. It reminds me of that. And so what happens is, if you're still friends with that person, you're going to buy that shirt. Okay, so, but like if you had a problem with that person and the relationship ended since high school, then you're probably not going to buy that shirt. If you just kind of drifted apart, then you may or may not buy. You'll probably end up buying it. Same way we look at, cars. If you're in the market for a new sedan, particular make and model or whatever, and then but you had a old friend that you no longer are friends with from back in the day, then if that car was yellow that your friend was driving, basically the same make and model, then you're not going to be buying a yellow one. Because when we look at things, we first decide, whether we're shopping for a car or clothes or anything, we want to know kind of how it hits us. That's why we'll put on clothes or do this and that, and then we stand in the mirror and we're literally trying to see how it hits us. How does it look? How does this make me feel? And this is the psychology end, is the fact that we, all these experiences that we had growing up, if we never let them go, then, it still basically is controlling our lives. It can control whether we like the color pink or blue or do this or that. So that's why I'm always saying, as these things come up through daily life, these past experiences, come back in our mind, and, whether it hits us in a good feeling or a bad feeling, we get that feeling, we accept that feeling, and then we're letting it go. Because if not, then it continues to, 20 years from now, you'll still be buying a shirt and still be thinking about, oh, my, best friend from high school screwed me over, and so now I'm not going to buy this shirt because it reminds me of that. We're not forcing, and we're not going on our mind trying to dig up bad memories to try to let go, but life will continue to show you what you're not letting go. So if certain types of circumstances happen, or you're always feeling a type of way about, whatever car you're driving or whatever color your shirt is or this or that, as these experiences come up, we can let them go. What happens is you'll start having more personal freedom, and maybe even develop a whole new style of clothes or this or that. Things start changing as you let this stuff go, and your general well-being, well-being and feelings all together. I love y'all, and we'll see you on the next one.